going on, guys? We're back with another Warframe video. I know we mixed it up for the last couple ones because, well, I like a lot of different games, what can I say? But in this video we're pretty much just going to talk about pretty much Warframes that a lot of people think are not the best, right? And pretty much we're going to talk about some frames that are basically, you know, underutilized, underappreciated, and definitely need some love because they're great frames that no one really wants to, you know, nobody wants to play. And I don't really see them that often, but they should be played more because they're great for the team comp and they're great in their own way. And we're going to go ahead and jump in on this list first. Obviously, we had to put Hydroid Prime in here. So, Hydroid's not bad. Basically, his first ability is Rainfall, does a good bit of damage. He's got a good movement ability, which is the water. He can go into a puddle, which is an AoE damage, and also a really good CC. But basically, though, for one, he can stay alive, no problem. Because look at this, right? So, for starters, you can go in a puddle. You can pull stuff into the puddle with your tentacle. You know what I mean? It's great CC. Even though he might not have the most damage out of everybody, he definitely offers a ton of CC for the team. And also, he can do quite a bit of damage with just his overall abilities. So that's Rainfall and his ultimate ability. Mainly just used for the CC, obviously. And then also you can be in a puddle, soak up more people, and all that other good stuff. And so yeah, you can also heal up in the puddle too if you're in a sticky situation. But you can go in the puddle, and you can actually wombo his abilities pretty hard. You can Rainfall, and then you can ultimate inside, and anyone inside of this is going to be getting hit by your basically drowning damage, the waterfall damage, and then the Kraken damage. So everything, and then also his little movement ability is also a knockback. So, pretty solid, you know, pretty solid CC. And this is just good for a fourth person on the team that you're running. So, you know what I mean? Hydroid could definitely be used more. And also, another thing about Hydroid that's even more awesome is that Hydroids, Jesus, what are they called? Jesus, I forgot the name of them. Basically, though, Corroding Barrage will give your tentacles corrosive damage status effect. And then the Pilfering Swarm, pretty much anyone held by a tentacle has a 100% chance at pretty much giving you additional loot. So, you know, he's a good Necro alternative. So, you know, if you didn't want to use Necro, you could use Hydroid. And he could still get bonus loot. What me and my buddies used to do, we'd run one Necro, one Hydroid, and then, you know, have the list, right? But basically, Hydroid's really good. Check him out. Ton of CC. Really, really fun. Next on the list is obviously gotta be Nynx. Nynx is in the same boat whenever it comes to everything. Is Hydroid. But the thing about Nynx is that it's really not about the damage that you're looking for, right? Like, check this out. Like, alright, so look at this. So even though Nynx might not do the most damage, she gets everyone to pretty much kill each other, and then you can just hang out and kill, you know, whoever's just, you know, preoccupied, right? And you can also take one over, use it for good damage, and if you do the light up, like you do your second ability, the physic bolts, pretty much anyone that's affected by this will be taking more damage. So you can just run around and throw the bolts out and then have them kill each other. Chaos, if you want to, you know, to be immune and have a little fun with that. There's an Assimilate build, which pretty much your God mode while you're in the bubble. Which I'll go ahead and show you that build real quick. Assimilate build is, Jesus Christ, I'm all over the place here. Assimilate build pretty much just looks like this. We go to Sim. So you have your melee out, and you can just walk around and melee stuff or shoot stuff. But like this, you literally don't take any damage, and you can shoot anything around you. You're basically a walking sentry gun. But we're going to go ahead and chaos these guys again so they don't bother us here. Go ahead and kill them off. And then we will pause them. Try to get them out here again. Basically, though, with Nynx, the thing you're going to be getting a lot with her is it's just a ton of CC, and also it just helps your team. Even if you have Nynx on the team, which I think Nynx is better than Hydroid at this, but whenever everyone's under that effect, your damage dealers and your healers and whatever you have on your team, they can actually survive a lot longer because you're providing them so much with Nynx. So honestly, great frame, definitely underutilized. More people should definitely play. Alright, third on the list. You know what? We'll talk about Valkyrie Prime. I feel like Valkyrie just doesn't really get enough love. We'll check out the build real quick. Fury and Power. So I want to say, basically, with these are the same. What? All right. So basically, though, the thing about Valkyrie that's really fun is that, for one, the zip line is always just super cool to use. You know, the shouts. But yeah, so Warcry, what does it do again? I think Warcry does the bonus damage, then wins a slow. Warcry lets out Rallying Cry, bolsters her allies' attack speed while slowing down their nearby enemies. Valkyrie unleashes her shield, stunning and damaging his range. Okay, so yeah, that's the stun, and that was the buff. Cool. So, basically, though, as Valkyrie, what's really cool is that you can do the get over here, right? So that should be, you know, enough. I'm sure people have done like a Scorpion, you know, Warframe set with her, you know what I mean, to make it look real cool. But pretty much, though, the greatest thing about Valkyrie is that you can buff up, right? You buff up, and then you can go with your claws out. And the thing is, her claws will actually shred the enemies down to nothing. Like, she's so OP. Honestly, she can compete with some of the highest damaging frames on the game because, I mean, damn, look at that. And the craziest part about her is that with Warcry, you're speeding up, you can slow everyone down, you can stun everybody, stun them all, you know, you speed yourself up with Warcry. She's like a Super Saiyan, constantly just screaming all the time. And then, just takes everybody to town with these claws, like just slaughters them all, you know, which I'll show the claws too so you can see the full build. But and whenever you're in the claw form, you're immortal. You're invulnerable to damage. It's like, how much more could you want in a frame? So, Jesus. This is the claw setup. Now, if you go healing return on here, like I would say, you know, get rid of, I don't know, shoot. It's a lot of good stuff. Maybe, oh, maybe you get rid of, oh, well, Berserker kind of makes the whole thing. I don't know. Maybe we could sub out the Fervent Scourge. Right? If you were to throw healing return in there, it would be that, but just you get the healing back and you would never die, which even then it would be kind of a waste not to think about it because you're literally invulnerable in this state. Literally can't take any damage with your claws out. That's the best part about it, is there's other frames that have the ability to pull out weapons, but they're not as cool because you're not immortal. You're not invulnerable to damage. Now, the only downside to Valkyrie would be any of the enemy troops that, you know, drain your energy completely or something. Avoid those. If you don't have your energy, you can't have the uptime, of course. But for the most part, though, just a super deadly frame who can just slaughter anything and everything in her path. So definitely a good DPS frame to play. Check out Valkyrie, number 3 on the list here. Number 4 on the list, we're going to jump right at with Wukong. Wukong really isn't bad at all. I think he's really good. He's in the same boat as Valkyrie. But, alright, so Wukong is really cool because he can split, right? And then he'll mimic. So you got 2 weapons that are going ham. So it's like he's got double the damage here. And this thing's just going to go around and mimic everything you do. Your Nimbus Cloud, you can literally fly straight into the air. Fly anywhere you want, and you can just hover. So if you're bad at parkour, guess what? No need. This cloud will fly anywhere you gotta go. Alright, and then his third ability, we're not going to show it off too well right now, but basically, whenever he's in this stance, he builds up armor stacks whenever he's getting hit. And then pretty much he'll have so much armor. Right now we have 15 armor because, well, we didn't get hit. But if you get that stacked up, you can have up to like 1,000 armor and just be a tanky god who never dies. Right? And then finally on the list, my personal favorite is the staff because it has crazy range. So there's this attack. There's also the staff poke. Like, let me see if I can do the poke here. The poke is like crazy long range, but look at this. The poke, oh, well, messed it up. But you can go big staff or you can go little staff. Good lord. messed up again. Let me see if I can hit it here. Yeah, there's the poke. Bam. And also, his staff does insane damage. I'm pretty sure he got buffed recently with this staff because I don't remember hitting this hard, but Jesus Christ, it's amazing. I don't know if it's Excalibur damage, but it's definitely not bad. Let's see. Let's check this out. Get up in here and just start slaying these 115 heavy gunners like it's no one's business. I messed up. Look at this. Boop. Can't even fall off the edge because I got the float. I got the Nimbus. And we're just going to Nimbus Cloud back over here. You can also heal when you're in Nimbus Cloud, so that's really good. Healing Nimbus is always really good. You can literally heal up doing this. Never die. Constantly doing that. It's really cheap on energy. Let's go ahead and peep the build, though. Let you guys see what's up here. So Mist Form, this one is basically just a longer Mist Form and stuff like that. Tank build for basically more tankiness. And then we have the damage one, which is just going to provide you mo damage, wreck stuff. Tank form if you're doing like sorties or maybe even like a index, and all the other ones, whatever. But oh yeah, and then the iron staff is what we got rocking on here. A lot of damage. And then finally our 5th pick on this list, which it could be Neza, but Neza Prime I think kind of has made people want to play more of. But Neza's great. I'll do a quick thing with Neza. It's like, buffs up damage, speeds up, slows stuff down. Like, Neza's just great. I need to make a whole video about Neza because Neza's that awesome, right? But 5th on the list is going to be Zephyr Prime. Zephyr is so awesome. Now she's backtracking back to the other ones where it's like, really good CC. Not so good with everything else when it comes to like damage and stuff. But if you're in the Plains of Eidolon, you can fly with her first ability just straight up like this, back and forth, or just, continuous one direction, whatever. But you can fly with it. You can also, I don't want to do it because it'll go to the map, but you can go up and then back down. Oh, couldn't do it fast enough. You go back down and it'll do a ground slam and some CC. So that's another stun you can use. Her second ability just knocks everyone down and throws them around everywhere. Her 4th ability is the tornadoes, which you can actually change the damage of them by hitting them with whatever it is. They don't do terrible damage, but their main thing is the CC. If you add some corrosive damage on there, they will do some dot damage for a while, though. And those things will be out there for a minute and they'll go crazy. But really, the best thing about Zephyr, in my opinion, is her 3rd ability. And it is because, what is it even called, actually? I don't know what it's called. It's like Turbulence, right? So Turbulence, her 3rd ability, is just amazing because whenever you put on Turbulence like this, so for one, you have a ton of CC. You can knock them down, throw out your tornadoes and stuff, hit them with some green electric, you know what I mean? Get them that corrosive, right? But the Turbulence has like a 60-second timer of uptime, right? Yeah, 60 seconds it'll be up. And it doesn't cost a lot to recast, right? But no gun can shoot through Turbulence. They can only melee you to do damage. So, you can just get your weapon, whatever you've got, whatever's good, go ham with it, And then, yeah, so pretty much with Turbulence, though, oh, Jesus. Ooh. This flying stuff gets a little crazy because, it's nutty. But, yeah, so pretty much with Turbulence, though, you'll never get hit, and you can become a mortal god with a ton of CC, so really no issues with that at all. And then, finally, I don't know if I showed the build. We're going to check one more time. I don't think I did, but this is the build. Now, the build doesn't go with strength or range because none of that really affects Zephyr at all. So you just want as much duration as efficiency you can get. And then, I threw in some health just to have a little more health, but that's pretty much what you're going with when it comes to Zephyr. But those are 5 frames that I think are underrated and definitely need a little bit more love. But until next time, guys, I'll catch you on the flip.